Alright, everybody, what's going on? It's Thundershot. Welcome back to more Chao Resort Island. He has a little bit of belly left. My trees are not growing fruit fast enough to feed even Happo right now. So we're going to come in here. We're going to buy a bunch of fruit for Happo. I kind of want to give him the average to... Actually, you know what? We got the money for a star fruit. Let's buy a star fruit. And then we'll just buy some flying ones for him. Or no, we'll do the flying running. We'll do the flying running. How many can I carry? That's fine. Hey, we got new eggs. Unlocked a pink egg and a white egg. Awesome. And a black egg. Hey, now we're talking. Brown egg, gray egg, lime egg. Look at all this stuff. I wonder if we'll get more egg unlocks. Because my theory before was that we got egg unlocks by... My theory before is that we got our egg unlocks from completing the races evenly. So, like... Once we beat level 2 of every race, we unlock more stuff. Once we beat level 3 of every single race, we unlock more stuff. But since I just got a bunch of stuff, I don't know if this is just from the update, or if I unlocked it for beating level 5, or how that works. I don't know if there's going to be any benefit to maxing out the other races as well, other than the level 5 gift, because we did get a radio for beating level 5 and flying. I'm sure we get gifts for all that stuff, too. You can just buy the tour radio. Okay, that's kind of lame. That's a little lame. I don't want to, like, because it's super expensive, so I guess it's still a prize. However, I think it would be cooler if the races had exclusive prizes. That might just be me. Maybe I'm alone in this, but I think it would be cool if the races actually had exclusive prizes to themselves, rather than ones that you can just buy. I get that the toy radio is actually really expensive, so, like, it sort of makes sense. But at the same time, well, I don't know, because this unlocks it. We could have it in other gardens this way, too. I'm torn. We got some more stuff we can put on people. Feline ears, accessories, little necktie, a binky, snorkel mask. You know what? Let's buy a necktie. My pockets are too full. Oh, it does. It maxes you out at 10. All right, fantastic. Well, now I got to figure out how to unlock another resort, which might be by maxing out all the current games. I'm not sure. I don't have access to this resort yet, because I've seen pictures of like gameplay footage of people at other resorts. Maybe there are no other resorts yet. Maybe they'll get patched in. I assumed I would unlock them. All right, let's find Happo. I actually have way too many fruit for him. I don't know what I was thinking. Actually, I'll just have fruit to store around here then, which will be fine because we were running low on fruit anyway. Oh, yeah, let's feed him the star fruit. Happo, my boy. I think it just leveled him up a bunch. I think I leveled him up like 3 times and everything. We'll probably be able to buy, like, exclusively buy star fruit. Probably give that to him a bunch after he evolves. I don't really care if he goes down and swimming. Him going down and running. Well, no, he's not going to go down and running. These are the running type fruits, which is great. Yeah, I'll just have some fruit here to feed him when he runs low on belly. Now, we've never been ahead in fruit before. I don't know how to react to this. So yeah, the plan now, since he's got food for a while, the plan now is we're going to dive into, we'll do more races, and then we're going to start giving Gangsta just a bunch of swimming ones. I haven't decided if I want Gangsta to be neutral, hero, or dark yet. I was going to have Gangsta be the neutral one since he was the 3rd Chao we got, just to have a neutral Chao, but Sola is a neutral Chao. No, Beat is an adult neutral Chao. So he's already been hatched as neutral. He's already evolved or whatever as neutral. So we might get to a point soon where I just kind of wait to see if they evolve, or wait to get them to evolve. See if that unlocks some new resorts. The plan now is still, even though they're not showing up, even though it's not coming off that way, plan now is still to make Happo hero flying, and Gangsta a dark Chao. Or Weezer a dark type Chao. I don't have a plan for Gangsta yet. Gangsta could be dark type. He's kind of got the face for dark type, you know what I mean? Like I said, Sola's just here. I don't know what I'm going to do with Sola, and same thing with Beat. Beat's already evolved, like I said, though, so he's a little bit older than everybody else in the garden. So we're going to do the basic flying race a bunch. We're going to get Gangsta up in swimming. We're going to get Happo up a little bit more in running. And then we're going to look for a power Chao, or we're going to have Weezer be our power Chao. As of right now, the garden's really only missing toys and stuff. Gotta get the garden some toys and stuff to go with it. And deck it out. And other than that, we're just waiting on... I keep calling them gardens. We're just waiting on new resorts, really. Just waiting on new resorts to pop up. Since Appo's got a full belly, we're going to be doing races for a minute. Normally, I don't want to cut this out or save it for a grinding section, but we're going to be making a lot of play. We're going to be getting a lot of stuff with the Chao tokens we get from these races. I did want to talk about you guys about... I want to talk to you guys about a couple things. Number one, you guys are probably way ahead of me. If you downloaded this game when I first uploaded it, you guys are probably way ahead of me. Because I know how the gaming thing works, you know what I mean? I've been doing it for a long time. You guys probably downloaded this, played it for maybe, you know, 2 hours, 2-3 hours, maybe a day for a little while. Keep in mind, I'm uploading 15-minute parts a day, so obviously you're going to pass me in that regard, and I only sit down and record, you know, when I need more parts. Secondly, get back into the game again here. I forgot what I was talking about. That's somewhere I was going to go with that. Totally drew a blank on that one. Oh, secondly, I do record these parts in massive chunks. I kind of said it in the first part, but to everybody who tells me, hey, Thundershot, there's a new update out. If you just update your game, then the races will... I had a lot of people tell me that in the comments. Thundershot, there's a new update out. If you just update your game, the races will be a lot easier, and you'll get more Chao tokens and stuff like that. And I was reading those comments, but the problem was that I uploaded my whole first session on patch 1.1. I upload these in like 2 or 3 hour increments, you know what I mean? So I upload a chunk, and it takes, you know, like maybe a week or two for the whole chunk to get uploaded to YouTube. So you're yelling at me to update it now, when in reality the future parts were already recorded a week and a half ago. You know what I mean? It's just, if you ever see me not on a current update, just give me a minute. I know the update's out. I pay attention to Twitter, you know, all that good jazz. I just haven't got to record in that session yet, but I will the next time, you know, when I run out of parts and need to record again. Something to keep in mind. The other thing I want to talk about is the original Chao... We get 300 points a pop, my god. The original Chao Garden playthrough, the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Chao Garden playthrough, it got difficult near the end, and I've talked about that before, so you don't need me to run through it again. But I like the idea of this game. I don't know how long this game's going to be updated. I don't know how long they're going to keep up with this game, but I like the idea of this game. This game might be a game that goes away for maybe 2 weeks, a month at a time, and then comes back strong for another week or two, because it'll just depend on updates. As of right now, I'm sure you guys have already told me in the comment section, but like I said, recording them in giant chunks, so I haven't read it yet. If there are more resorts already unlocked and I'm going to get to them, that's great. That means we've got a lot of content left to go. If there's not more resorts to get unlocked, then after my Chao evolve, I'm kind of stuck until they come out with new stuff and updates. But that's the beauty of it, is this isn't Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. You know, this isn't a port of a GameCube game that isn't going to get any updates. This is a fan-made game. They're working very hard on it. The people over there are good people. And there will be future updates for it. So if I feel like I've done pretty much everything I can do that's exciting for the section of one update, then I'll put this game down for just a little bit, you know, until a new major update comes out. And if a new major update comes out that allows, you know, that puts more exciting stuff, for maybe a new resort, or maybe a new type of Chao, or maybe one that introduces Chao breeding and all that stuff, I'll be able to play the new update and do the new things. And then once I've exhausted the new update, once I've played through the new update and kind of feel like I've got everything on that I could get out of that, then we take another break. But it's not going to be like the Chao Garden, where it just gets progressively more difficult. It's not going to be like the Chao Garden playthrough, where it gets progressively more difficult for me to update the game, or for me to keep playing the game. Excuse me. It's not going to be like the old Chao Garden playthrough, where it just keeps getting harder and harder for me to, you know, find new things and do new things to update the Chao Garden playthrough and keep that on YouTube, because it's going to come out with, this game's going to come out with updates itself that'll hopefully add new elements and things like that, which is great, and I'm looking forward to that. You know what else I'm looking forward to? Unlocking some new resorts. That's going to be my next big thing. Now, if it's anything like regular Chao Garden, it's just a thing that takes time. Once my Chao evolve, I'll be able to get in there. If not, that'll come out in an update one way or another. If it's down to Chao evolving, then I might have a little patch where I have to be off camera for 2 hours just waiting for a Chao to evolve. I don't know if they evolve in correlation to maybe how much time has passed in the garden, or if it's how much stamina they've had, or if it's a combination of both, like in the original Chao Garden games. Kind of hard to say until we get there, but yeah. If I'm ever asking for advice and you guys like know the answer to something, feel free to let me in. If there's like a spoiler, which I don't know if there's any kind of spoiler in Chao Garden. I don't think there's a spoiler for Chao Garden. I'm not sure that's how that works. What But if there's like a spoiler or something like that, hold off from that. But if I'm ever asking for advice or wondering what something is, feel free to tell me in the comment section. Even though I've recorded it from before, it will probably be useful to me in the future. Because like I was talking about earlier, I'm sure a lot of you guys are way, way ahead of me now. I'm sure a lot of you guys have like maxed out Chao 100% and, you know, taken care of all that, everything. And, you know, all that good stuff. I'm sure you guys are way, way ahead of me. So that's why I don't mind asking for advice. Even though I'm the one that introduced you to the... Even though I introduced you to the game, now you guys have had more playtime with it than I have. You guys will be able to help me out. Very back and forth. Very back and forth. And once again, I know these first two parts are kind of dull because there's just a bunch of races and talking about updates and stuff. I wanted to get the conversation pieces out of the way, though, because I did have those couple things I wanted to talk to you about. Here in the next couple parts should be pretty exciting, but... I do really appreciate the comments that I get on these. I do really appreciate the comments that we get on these. They help a lot. Man, I hope there's more races. Hope they come out with more races. Updates to races and stuff. It's going to be great. If the Chao aren't evolved by the end of this session, I might go ahead and leave my game on while I leave the house for like 30 minutes or so. Make sure everybody's got full bellies. Then I leave the game on while I leave the house for 30 minutes, an hour. Come back, see if anybody's evolved when I come back. I guess I'd leave a recording on so you guys can see what it looks like. Because I really don't know. Look at how many freaking tokens we got. And all I'm going to do is max buyout fruit for Gangster. Actually, you know what? We've got enough tokens now. I could run through another race. I can do those off camera, though. That'll go by much quicker than my off camera grinding before. So let's find... that is swimming running. Is there any for just swimming? Or not any for just swimming. Because that's... flying power, that's flying running, that's running power, that's swimming running, that's flying, and that's swimming power. So we're going to buy 5 of each of these because that's going to keep his swim stat up. We're going to buy 5 pinks, we're going to buy 5 oranges because that's... One of them will raise power just as much as swimming probably, but the other one will raise swimming and running. And that will... I want him to evolve into a swimming type Chao to raise that stat even more. And that will allow him to... You know what I mean? That will keep swimming ahead of the other grades, since running's only going to get half the amount of fruit, you know, to it, and power's only going to get half the amount of fruit to it, but swimming's going to get 100% of the fruit in its favor. We're going to do that. I still have so much freaking money. We're actually going to drop these fruit off. We're going to feed, what's-his-face? We're going to feed Gangsta with this fruit, and then we're going to, I want to head back and buy toys. I want to start buying a bunch of toys because we can afford them now. All right, let me find Gangsta. All right, we're just going to do one then the other. You were going to level up in swimming, my boy. Oh, you know what? He's going to have a full belly. I didn't even think about that. He's going to have a full belly. And his full belly is going to... We're going to do another one of these. I'm going to have to race him. I'm going to have to race with him to drain his belly meter. I didn't think about that at all. I didn't think about that at all. So we can't keep feeding him unless he's the one doing races. Damn. Well, that means we're not going to get as many Chao tokens. And we can get way ahead in Chao tokens right now with the new system. Also, in update 1.1, I said you guys can check out the details on the website. He said he's going to come out with different ways to get Chao tokens, which would be great. I actually should probably stop having him level up and fly. Because when his grade goes up and fly, it's going to be a lot better. We're going to pet him.
Don't worry, buddy.
Make sure he feels the hero type love. Is it just me or his color's changing?
Don't worry, buddy.
Is it just me or his color's actually changing right about now? See how light he looks? Weezer still looks like a regular basic Chao. Because they hatched at the same time. But Happo here is getting some different colors to him. That's a good sign. I think it's a real good sign.
Don't worry.
That means I ought to start prepping Weezer then. If I want him to evolve into a dark type, I ought to make sure, I gotta come back in here with Shadow, make sure he evolves into a dark type. As of right now, he's just gonna evolve into stamina neutral, which is whatever. Oh, his belly's totally empty. Holy crap. Weezer, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were starving to death. How's everybody else doing? Totally dying. Oh my god. All my Chao are dying. I didn't pay any attention. I know you're hungry. Here, Sola, wait. You're such an impressive looking Chao. Well, the good news is I actually have fruit to feed these guys now. Oh my god, everybody's dying. I didn't even know. Well, I want to get everybody full. I could start feeding them the purple fruits, I guess. Sola, I didn't mean for it to be like this. Oh, their moods are so dead. Thankfully, all my fruit dropped at the exact same time. Their belly meters do drain faster than before, though. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm going to need these fruits to start spawning a lot more frequently. Because I'm still not going to be able to get everybody full off this. And these are, I mean, it's not like I bought a bunch of Chao. You know, these are the two starter Chao we get. The 2 starter Chao we get. I bought 1 Chao, and then I had 2 gifted. And the fruit in the trees in here can't keep up. And I'm also feeding 2 of the Chao a lot. You know, I'm feeding Hapo. I'm feeding Gangsta. You know? So I think for my off-camera grinding that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grind Gangsta a bunch. Since we have the fruit to kind of fuck with that. So I think, yeah, I thought the off-camera grinding was over, but now I gotta grind to drain the belly meter, you know what I mean? Let's feed Hapo. You know what, let's feed Hapo one of these. And then we'll leave him hanging after that. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this part, guys. When we come back next time, I should buy a bunch of toys for the Chao, and we should get to see Gangsta doing some higher tier swimming races. Because as you can see, he's just not the swimmer we've known and loved yet. So I will catch you guys in the next part. Take it easy, everybody.